Good afternoon, guys. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's going to happen the rest of this month and what you're going to see on the channel, hopefully. I have travel plans coming up, and I have a visa extension that needs renewing. So, again, this is more of a informative video, plus looking for feedback from people that have experience in the areas I'm going, and also with the Bureau of Immigration. So I guess the first and most important thing for me is always the travel. I'm planning to do, provided everything goes according to plan, I'm planning to do a little northern loop. I'm going to go up by the city that starts with a C. I can't pronounce it, so I'm not going to try. And visit there first. That is more of an immigration stop than it is anything else. While I'm there, I am strongly considering going ahead and getting the 6-month extension. It just makes financial sense, although of course money's tight, but at the same time it will save me money in the long run. If I go and get the 6-month extension, I have been researching the prices, and I have come up with something between 11,500 pesos and 13,500 pesos according to the Bureau of Immigration website.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
Good.
Alright, good. What I would like to know from you guys is, has anybody gotten a 6-month tourist visa extension in the last 90 to 180 days? And if so, could you tell me the charges and tell me what the process was like, if there was anything special that you had to have, etc. Stuff like that. Going back to the northern tour, after the stop in the city with the immigration office, I am planning to head to Sagada. And from what I understand, Sagada offers some very unique photographic opportunities, and of course I'll vlog from there as well. So I don't want to get too much into that because I haven't seen it for myself. I've only seen pictures, and I don't want to promise you guys things and then not be able to deliver. From there, on the way home, it just makes sense to stop by the Banawe rice terraces or rice fields. I don't know that I'll do a day tour or get a guide. That'll pretty much depend on what my budget looks like at the time. But I can definitely get a few shots of the rice fields passing through. So, as long as the scooter holds up and camera gear holds up, it should be a very interesting trip, and hopefully I have a lot of content for you guys. I'm sure I'll learn some stuff along the way, and of course I'll share all that information with you as always. In the meantime, I'm working on a bunch of projects, as I told you guys, mostly learning how to create additional revenue streams for myself and branding DoMoreLife as a brand. So in the upcoming videos, you will be seeing offers for products and services and that kind of thing. It's nothing more than any other affiliate link that you would get from anybody else on a YouTube channel that says they tried a product and it worked well and here's the link. It's pretty much the same thing, so it's no different. I will not be bombarding you guys with this type of stuff, but at the same time, it's important to me to diversify the income of this brand so that I can have the proper equipment necessary to do the things that I want to do for this channel and the brand as a whole. And I'm going to start speaking of it in terms of brand because DoMoreLife is much bigger than just the Philippines. My goal is to cover Southeast Asia, and eventually I will do that one way or the other. In doing some research on shooting a documentary here, I found that there are only a few places in the Philippines because of some very unique loopholes in their laws where I need permits to shoot. So fortunately, most of the material that I'm able to shoot will be able to be shot without a permit, and I won't have to pay for anything. There are certain places that are excluded from that, and I will deal with that when the appropriate time comes. Those places are going to be, you know, more places where the landscape hasn't really been touched that much. There's probably not going to be a lot of foreigners in those areas. It's going to be unique and special, and those are the kind of places that you have to pay to get in to shoot, and that's completely understandable. You know, in America, if you're on public property, you can shoot anything you want to. Even if you're shooting inside of a private building, as long as you're standing on a public sidewalk, it's legal. And come to find out, it's almost the exact same way here. I've done some significant research on photography laws here in the Philippines, and it's really not a lot different than shooting in America. There are some stipulations that they have here that we don't have in America, and there are some that we have in America that do not exist here. So in doing my research, I'm very, very satisfied with what I found. I think their laws are reasonable, and I fully expect a great outcome for not only this brand, this channel, but also for the documentary itself when I shoot it. Recently I got a comment on 4K video and the importance of 4K video, and another commenter tried to explain why 4K video was just simply not worth it. There's no point because nobody has the equipment to watch it and this, that, and the other. That's true. Not a lot of people do have the equipment to watch it right now. But what 4K video does is it ensures the longevity of the documentary. And what I mean by that, it future-proofs it. Just like when people had VHS and that's all they had, you know, if somebody would have said, oh, you don't need a DVD machine, you don't need a recorder that makes DVDs, they laughed at them because VHS will be around forever, right? It's the same principle with 4K. 1080p is going to fade away. You know, 720p came in, I think, 8 years ago, and now the only people I know that shoot 720p are here in the Philippines. So I can't really say that 720p is the new norm anymore because everybody shoots 1080 for the most part. And that's the point in shooting 4K video. That's the reason behind me waiting to get a camera system that is worthy of making this documentary rather than just jumping straight into it and shooting it with my little Olympus camera that will only shoot 1080p, which it shoots good 1080p. It's a good system, but it's not adequate for the longevity of the project that I'm looking to do. So that's the deal with what's going on this month. There may be a little lapse in videos coming out here. I'm not sure how much content I'm going to be able to produce over the next week. I have a lot of stuff going on, but I wanted to let you guys know where things were headed, and I will see you in the comments section. If you don't do anything else today, make sure you do more life.